Good morning, everyone. Just wanted to talk about a couple of things that I found at Five Below. I guess in the toy section here, I always check that out, and I actually found a few Transformers, Terracon Freezer and RC from the Studio Series ones, and we're going to open them up. But this was from the Rise of the Beasts movie, which is the Beast Wars thing that they did. And it was a fun movie. I actually enjoyed it. It's weird that I haven't, I used to always check out the Five Below, I guess, when they first started opening them in my town, maybe about 10 years ago. And you used to be able to find some pretty good Transformers. I remember some Power of the Prime started showing up, and now we got these because for a while you just get a lot of just random junk. I don't know what all these little parts are, and I guess this is the last of the open box figures that you're gonna get, and also the core class figures. These were designated as. Are no longer being produced. In fact, like the whole scale class, nice little backdrop here, just they're not making them anymore, and it's sad because there's a lot of figures that could be designated for this particular size, and there's a lot of things you can do with it. Now, that's not to say that you're not going to get them, or this particular size, in a multi-pack or something to that degree. I guess this goes right here. Where does this go? Oh, the wheel goes over here. Where does this go then? Turns into a weapon, maybe? Give her a little weapon. So when this initially had come out, the designers were talking about how this is actually supposed to scale with the other characters of the movie, which I guess makes sense. She is a motorcycle, human sized, and then you get a big truck. So pretty nice little figure. I never really got it. I got like some of the larger ones that had come out, some of the mainline figures that were bigger. She doesn't have 5mm ports on the hands, which is sad, but I can go back to some of these old Beast Hunter small figures and use some of their clear weapons if I wanted to. What I do like about her is that she does remind me of Energon RC a lot, and Energon RC was one of my favorite figures. I was like, ooh, there's a Fembot that actually looks like a Fembot, and one of the first that had come out, and she was about this size too. So I'm surprised they haven't made a repaint. They could very easily do that if they had wanted to. They didn't do much with this mold, which is sad, because it's not a bad mold. I mean, for something this size and you're getting knee articulation and hip articulation, it's pretty cool. So just a fun little figure for $4. Wow. And it's got a nice little paint job too. So good for the stocking stuffer, I want to say, and if you can repurpose your figures into little army builders. So I picked up Freezer here because he has a gun mode. One of the few figures that actually has a gun mode. He has like a little tripod thing mode, and fun little gun mode that other characters can hold. So if I get a chance, and if I see more, I'll be picking up a bunch of these. I mean, the price is right. I could repurpose them into other things. I'm not a big fan of the Bayformer look. Oh, that's why I like ball and joint, because you could actually just put it back together. Get out of there. I'm so impatient when opening packages, but that comes from many years of opening G.I. Joes and He-Mans and Star Wars toys in the 80s. But this guy's, I mean, I guess if you're a Bayformer fan, That's my reference to people that like Michael Bay movies and the aesthetic of that. This is a great little figure. There's some that I actually do like. Actually, kind of reminds me of his chest. Reminds me of The Fallen. There's some cool Bay designs. His legs, however, are not. He doesn't have any knees. Not there, at least. He's got them right here. Got so a little bit of a weird thing, but he's got the inverted chicken leg, which I have always kind of been a fan of. But I'm not even going to try to transform him, you know. But you can see that's where his gun mode is. But it's pretty cool that they gave him that little option, you know, for your other figures to have. It wasn't the easiest line to pick up. There were some characters out there that were more difficult to find than others, and but otherwise, some of the Voyager class ones were pretty good. I guess I see this is a little 5mm port thing there for your other characters to. And he's a kind of character that you could just kind of give him a whatever, sort of. Like you could turn him into a spider gun if you want. Use your imagination. But these are nice little figures to pick up. I would recommend going your Five Below if you could tolerate the music there. They're usually playing something like Hilary Duff or some band that you will never ever hear again. And it's got interesting little ports right there too. But you get that. Pick yourself up a soda. Get some I don't know, Halloween decorations or something, and then go look for these little figures, and you know, get them for your kids, get them for yourself. Look, this guy's pretty cool. You actually give him different. You can give him like a weird. That's what's the fun thing about certain Transformers. You give them these weird modes. Spider Dog mode. But yeah, little quick and easy Transformer finds. Highly recommend these, especially for the price. They're good to add to your shelf, and you could even add RC to your Energon collection if you want. Anyway, guys, take care. See you later on.